Hi, I'm Debbie. This is Goji, as in Gojira, which means Godzilla in Japanese, which is funny because that's what I call him in English. He's got nothing to do with this video, but isn't he awesome? He's about 30 pounds. I rescued him from outside my building a couple of months ago. And now he's a big love cat. Anyway, I want to tell you about a cream that I found for my skin that is the best thing I have ever found to even out my skin tone and help me get rid of some of the lines on my skin. And I promise you, I am not here to sell you anything. I do not sell it. I have nothing to do with it other than I use it. So I want to tell you a little bit of my story because I think that if you're watching this video, you're probably in the same boat. And then at the end of the video, if you stay with me, and I hope you do, I will give you the top 5 things that I want you to know about this product. And now, Goji is getting a little bit tired of being hugged, so he will say goodbye. Mwah. So a couple of things happened to my skin. The first thing that happened was I turned 40, and I am well over 40, but there's nothing I can do about that, right? And I noticed that my skin tone started to change, and I started to see these, they're called smile lines, right? When you smile, you get them up here. What a nightmare. I never had them before in my life, and all of a sudden, and they're here. Ugh. So that's what happened in the beginning. And then the second thing that happened was I lost a lot of weight. I mean, a lot of weight. I will cop to more than 60 pounds. That's all I will say, more than 60 pounds. And the thing about that extra weight, and you may know that this happens, you may be like me and you may go up and down with your weight. You may be on that roller coaster. And you may know, as I found out, that with the extra weight, you know, your face stays a little plump. And so you don't have the problem with wrinkles because you got the fat cells to kind of fill everything out, right? So I didn't have lines and I didn't think anything of it. And then when I lost over 60 pounds, which is a whole nother story and a whole nother video. See what I did there? I just plugged a video that I haven't made yet. So when I lost all that weight, all of a sudden my face just went boom. And it just looked hollow and a little bit sallow and a little bit just deflated. And I looked in the mirror one day and I said, what happened to my face? These lines were never there. So with a little bit of panic, and tell me if you've been there before, I started searching for something to help me with my face, right? So I tried the natural oils, right? So you got the natural oils, and sing along with me, right? The expensive department store bottles of blah, blah, blah with the label still on them, the creams, the serums, the natural serums, more creams, the high potency, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada creams. This was 55 bucks. And then more creams, and then more natural oils, and then one more thing, a natural potion that I made up myself. Now really, how much money do you think I have spent on all of these products? About, what do you think, 300, 400 bucks? No joke, about 400 bucks. And what do you think all of this stuff did to my skin? I'm gonna go with not a whole lot. However, there were a couple of common denominators in all of this stuff. And one of them was the fact that most of these products have a lot of water in them. And in some cases, except for the oils, water was the first ingredient. So I started reading all of these ingredients and seeing that the real stuff that they were promoting, like the Retin-A, the hyaluronic acid, those kind of drugs were 4th and 5th in the whole ingredient list. So I said, well, that's not really good. No wonder the stuff isn't working on my skin. And then I even tried the prescription stuff, the real expensive prescription stuff from Hollywood, you know, the doctor, yada, yada, yada stuff. And that didn't do any good either, except drain my bank account. I'm just here to share information and maybe even make you laugh a little bit. Oh, and talk about cats, because Goji is awesome. Here is my solution, and hopefully your solution. It is called Trentoinen. You may know it as Retin-A. It is in a prescription form, and it is Retin-A in its pure form. And that is the difference. Now, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you my top 5 things I want you to know about Retin-A. But I'm going to tell you right now the first most important thing that you need to know about Retin-A. Okay, so you go to your dermatologist and you get a prescription for it. Don't screw around with any purchases on the internet. Oh, $85 a month, and we ship it to you every month, and we got wheels and deals and $100 a month. You don't need it every month. A tube like this can last you 6 or 8 months. You're only going to use a little tiny bit. Don't screw around with the internet. Go to your dermatologist, get a prescription for it. This is cheap. I will tell you how much it is. You're going to fall off your chair, especially compared to all the money that you spent on the other stuff. Okay. So you go to your dermatologist, and there are 2 reasons why he or she would give you Retin-A. The first is if you ask for it to treat acne. Now, if you ask for it for acne, there is a good chance that your health insurance will pay for it. And the second reason you ask for it is for anti-aging, which is what I did. And for anti-aging, your health insurance is not going to pay for it. Now, I'm in New Jersey, and I have really good health insurance. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is, it's good. It pays for everything. It doesn't give me a hard time about anything, and they would not pay for this. Okay, so then I'm wondering, oh Lord, how much is this gonna cost? This tube, which I told you will last you 6-8 months because you're only gonna use a tiny bit, $35, no joke, $35, and this is it. Now, Retin-A comes in 2 strengths. Your dermatologist will tell you this, 0.025 and 0.10. You may start out with the 0.025, the lighter version, and then you may work up to this, or you may just start with this. I started with the 0.025. You got to watch what it does to your face. It was boring. It didn't do anything for me. So immediately I switched to the 0.10 because I wanted to speed things up, you know, see results. I'm also a tiny bit impatient, but that's the way that goes. Now I'm going to show you how to apply the Retin-A. So you only need a tiny bit. That's the 3rd time I've said this. Sorry to repeat myself. And here we go. You want to put it where you see your lines. You want to be careful. It's going to make your face red, especially at first. You might peel. That's okay. You're going to put it on a clean face. You're going to put it here. You're going to put it maybe here by your crow's feet. Maybe here if you get bothered by those lines, here if you get bothered there, maybe on your chin a little bit, over there, by your crow's feet. I put too much on again, so I'm gonna put it on my neck. Okay, and that's it. And you rub it in, and you're always rubbing up or out, okay? And that's it. You're gonna do this at night, and you're gonna do it, you start with 2 to 3 nights a week. You're gonna see how your skin reacts, and the better it reacts, the more you can do it. And it'll peel at first. That's okay. It'll get red. That's okay. Just make sure you wear sunscreen when you go out. And your dermatologist will tell you that, but you really have to wear sunscreen when you go out, because what you're doing is you're exfoliating your face, right? So you're getting rid of that dead layer. The second thing I want you to know is start slow. There's nothing wrong with starting with the lighter dose, the 0.025 dose, and just checking to see how your face reacts. And then from there, you can always go to the higher dose, the 0.10. You have to just take your time. So start slow. Number 3, listen to your face. Watch what your face is doing. If you're getting nice plumpness right here underneath your eyes and your dark circles are going away, fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. If you start to peel around here or you get redness here, that means you're putting too much by your crow's feet. Just check out what's happening to your face. If you put some on your neck and you put too much, like I sometimes do, your neck is gonna get really red. So you just have to listen to your skin, listen to your face, and figure out where to go from there. The fourth thing I want you to remember about Retin-A is this. If you overdo it and you just put too much on your face, don't panic. You're gonna get red, you're gonna peel a little bit, it's okay. Sometimes I put too much on and I have this little red, like a circle, or I have it here. Sometimes I overdo it right here. And what it is just some skin that's just gonna peel right off. And it's really tempting to scratch it or peel it off myself or use a scrub and scrub it off, but you cannot do that. You just have to look at it and say, it will work itself out. And believe me, it will work itself out. Just trust your face is gonna peel, trust your skin is gonna heal itself, and it will heal itself. So do not panic if you overdo it. And then the fifth thing, and after the prescription part, the most important thing that you really need to know about Retin-A is make sure you wear a sunscreen. Sunscreen, 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 which I know you've heard anyway. Now, my dermatologist gave me a couple of samples and she said that these sunscreen products are fantastic, the best I need to use, and they don't cost a lot of money. I'm not gonna tell you what brand it is because I told you I'm not here to sell you anything, but it is a moisturizer with a built-in sunscreen, 30 SPF that I wear during the day, and then at night I wear the moisturizer. I get them at the drugstore. I can also get them at some supermarkets. I can also get them at one of the big box stores. And in the drugstores, they are about $14 or $15 a piece, no joke. And my dermatologist said, this is all you need to use. You don't need to use anything more expensive, just sunscreen and moisturizer, and good, you are done. So there you go. Boom, bitch, drop it. If you like the video and you like me, which I hope you do, you might like my book, Confessions of a Television Reporter, based on my true stories, available on Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.